Hello students, welcome to science class. I am Miss Saida and we are learning chapter number 9 from science 2, that is environmental management. In the last video we have learned about weather and climate, meteorology, Indian Meteorological Department and its rules. Today we'll study about solid waste management. Before proceeding to solid waste and its management, we should learn about pollution. What is pollution? When harmful substances contaminate the environment, it is called pollution. And it refers to the bad or very bad condition of environment in terms of both quality and quantity. Now there are different types of pollution like air pollution, water pollution or soil pollution. The main cause of water pollution, soil pollution is mismanagement of solid waste. Now, what is actually solid waste? Many waste materials, they are generated through the various daily human activities and animal activities that are normally solid, and they are discarded because they are useless or unwanted. So this is solid waste. So we make use of many materials and articles in our daily life, and they are of different kinds. Some of them are reusable and some other are discarded, or they need to be discarded. And these discarded materials or objects, they are called as solid waste. And if they are not properly disposed of, they affect our environment adversely. Now there are different things which are included in the solid waste, like paper, plastic articles, metal articles, rubber materials, glass articles, then polythene bags or shoppers, kitchen waste, waste from hospitals, labs, private clinics, blood banks, then chemicals or sludge, then e-waste, that is non-functional TV sets, or you can say discarded mobile and computer parts. If these waste materials are properly disposed of, they can be a valuable source of energy. And currently, solid waste is a serious worldwide problem, and it causes both water and soil pollution, and to some extent air pollution also, because it releases toxic gases in the atmosphere. So solid waste is serious problem if you see with respect to our economic growth or environmental degradation and our health. So it has posed a serious threat, or you can say danger, to nature and human habitat, because it causes different types of pollution. Now in the current slide you can see two pictures. To the left there is clean area which is free from garbage, and to the right there is area which is with garbage. So we should think, we should plan, and we should practice to live in clean area which is free from garbage. Garbage production per day. Metro cities of Maharashtra, mainly Mumbai, Pune and Nagpur, it generates lots of tons of garbage per day. Mumbai generates 5,000 tons of garbage per day, Pune 1,700 tons and Nagpur generates 900 tons. Now 26 July 2005, there was flood calamity in Mumbai. Whole Mumbai was flooded. And this was because of mismanagement of solid waste. That is improper disposal of solid waste. Solid waste like plastic bags, shoppers, then thermocol, etc., they were disposed of in gutter, nalas, and drainage system. And because of that, all drainage system was blocked. And due to this, whole Mumbai was flooded. And nearly for days, total Mumbai was cut off from power and telecommunication system. So in this way we can see accumulation of solid waste can lead to various serious calamities. Now there are different types of solid waste based on source, like domestic waste. It is waste coming from our home. It includes waste food, paper, plastic bags, vegetable waste, fruit skins, glass and metal articles. Then industrial waste, waste generated from industries. It generates chemicals, pigments, sludge, metals. Then garden waste, waste coming from garden or farms, like leaves, flowers, branches of trees, crop residues, even animal urine and dung. Then pesticides or remains of fertilizers or chemicals. All these are garden waste. Then urban waste, waste which is generated from cities through household industries and large commercial or you can say industrial establishment. Then like carry bags, glass, metal pieces, threads, rubber, paper, cans from shop, vegetables and meat market, even construction waste. All these are urban waste. Then comes hazardous waste, chemicals generated in various industries. Then radioactive metals, explosive, infectious materials, all they are harmful to us. Then electronic waste, like discarded cell phones, music system, discarded computers and its parts, non-functional TV sets, all these are electronic waste and they need to be disposed of properly. Then comes biomedical waste, waste which is coming from hospitals, laboratories, private clinics, blood banks, and this includes bandages, gloves, dressing materials, used needles, saline bottles, expired medicines, medicine bottles, test tube, body parts, and even blood. All these are infectious materials. Then comes radioactive waste. Radioactive materials like cerium 141 or barium 140 and heavy water, which is generated from atomic energy plants, uranium mines or atomic research center, and even nuclear weapon testing sites. All these they generate various radiation which are harmful to our health. Then last class is mining waste, remains of heavy metal like lead, arsenic or cadmium from mines. So all these are the waste materials based on the source. Now there is another broad classification of solid waste. First is biodegradable waste, which is also called as wet waste or wet garbage. And this type of waste is easily degraded by microbes. It mainly includes kitchen waste, soil, dung, parts of plants. So this waste is mainly organic in nature and it is called as wet solid waste. Next is non-biodegradable waste, what is also called as dry solid waste or dry garbage. This type of waste is not easily degraded because it requires a very long period of time for its degradation, and even it requires different techniques. Now there are different harmful effects of solid waste, and these effects, they are like, first, major effect on biodiversity. Then solid waste releases bad odor in the atmosphere, and there are chances of spreading of diseases from this solid waste. Then production of toxic gases in the atmosphere. Even it causes degradation of natural beauty of our environment. Then it causes different types of pollution, that is water pollution, soil pollution, and air pollution. So these are the different effects of solid waste. Now, why solid waste management is necessary? It is necessary for prevention of environmental pollution and to keep our surrounding clean. Then for production of energy, production of fertilizers. Then to generate work from solid waste and provide employment opportunities to the public. Then to reduce strain on natural resources, to improve health and quality of our life, and to maintain environmental balance. So it is the need of the hour to implement solid waste management practices to avoid the possible problems due to solid waste generated from different areas, that is the urban area and industrial areas. Hence, to maintain a clean environment. So for this purpose, we should implement measures like increasing the efficiency of production processes so that minimum waste will be generated. Reducing garbage production by recycling and reuse of waste materials. First method in the solid waste management is to segregate different types of solid waste in different dustbin. Like for paper, for glass, for organic and plastic materials, different colored dustbin can be used to segregate solid waste at our home itself. Even segregation of e-waste is very much important. Then mixed waste. So different dustbin can be used to segregate at our home, at our school level, at society, at office level, and in industries. There are different scientific eco-friendly waste management. Like first we have seen separation and segregation of waste depending on its type. Then next is composting, that is making fertilizers or manure, organic manure. Then safe landfill sites where the solid waste can be dumped. Then vermicomposting, use of microbes to form organic manure. Then industrial solid waste management can be done through landfill methods. A huge land is provided to dump the industrial waste or to dispose of the industrial waste. Then biomedical waste management, and it is done by incineration method. Then pyrolysis or burning at high temperature. So solid waste they are burned at high temperature and they releases energy, and this energy can be used for the production of biogas or bioelectricity. Now there are 7 principles of waste management or 7 R's. That is reuse, refuse, recycle, rethink, reduce, research and regulation. First is reuse. After use, materials should be reused for some other proper purposes. Refuse. Refusal of used articles made from non-degradable articles like plastic and thermocol. Thermocol is nowadays banned. Then recycle. Production of useful articles by recycling solid waste like paper and glass can be recycled. Then rethink. Rethinking about our habits, about our activities and their consequences related to use of various articles of daily use. Then reduce. Restriction to use of resources to avoid their wastage. It means old materials should be reused. One thing should be shared by many people. And use and throw type of object should be avoided. Next is research. Conducting research related to reuse of materials that are temporarily out of use. Last is regulation and public awareness. This is very much important. Following the rules and laws related to waste management and motivating other people to do the same. So some habits we should practice in the solid waste management, and among those, first is following the 3R mantras, that is reduce, reuse and recycle. Reducing the waste, reuse of waste and recycling of waste. Then use of different dustbins for disposal of different types of solid waste to segregate solid waste. Avoiding littering and throwing plastic wrappers or chocolates, ice cream cups, biscuits, etc. in the different dustbin. Then use of eco-friendly bags which are made up of cotton cloth or made of old saris, bed sheet, curtains, etc. Say no to plastic bags, avoiding the use of plastic bags and instead using eco-friendly bags. Reuse of paper, like using both sides of paper for writing, or using greeting cards and gift papers, or reusing newspapers or other used papers for making useful articles, that is best out of waste. Then avoid use of tissue paper. Instead we should use our own handkerchief. Using rechargeable batteries instead of lead batteries. Avoiding use and throw type of articles like canned cold drinks, pen, Tetra packs should be strictly avoided. Then implementing various programs of solid waste management and educating people, encouraging the family and the society to follow the rules and laws which are related to waste management, and to motivate to follow these 7 R's of waste management. Then certain waste materials, they require certain period for their natural disintegration. Like banana peelings, it requires nearly 3 to 4 weeks for its natural degradation. Cotton bags 1 month, rags takes 5 months, woolen socks takes 1 year, wood takes nearly 10 to 15 years, while leather shoes takes 40 to 50 years to disintegrate. Tin can takes 50 to 500 years, aluminum cans take 200 to 250 years to disintegrate. And certain plastic bags, thick bags, they require 10 lakh years for its natural degradation. Then thermocol or styrofoam, it requires infinite duration for its natural disintegration. Now students, pay attention. Segregation of solid waste need to be initiated from our home itself, school and office. So this is the first step in the solid waste management. If you start doing this, it will be the very much special, or you can say first step to initiate towards eco-friendly management of solid waste. Then adopting eco-friendly waste management methods. This can be done at municipality levels. Then throwing garbage in the open is an offense. If we follow this rule, this will be a first step related to eco-friendly management of solid waste, and it will create our environment which will be healthy for us. So this is all about solid waste management. I hope students you have understood this. In the next video, I will teach you regarding disaster management. Till then, take care. Goodbye.